Hi, welcome to this short session that can ideally be done before a walk. It can, however, be done at any other time of the day as well. This will be a follow along session, that means we will be doing everything together. For detailed instructions and for demonstrations, please look at the detailed session, the link to which will be underneath the video. That will be a longer session, it will have more detailed instructions and it will have longer demonstrations. For today's session, we are going to use a chair. Any kind of chair with a backrest will do. We are using a yoga belt or a strap. In the other detailed session, I have spoken about what you can use as an alternative, and optionally if you have a yoga block, we are going to use that. Both of these things are available on any online store or in any sports equipment store. Have these things with you before we start the session so that you don't have to pause and go get them. Okay, let us start. Let's start by standing. So we prepare for the walking by standing first. I am standing sideways. You can continue facing your device. I am just standing sideways so you have a better view. So we stand first with the feet slightly apart. And when you stand, most probably you will be standing with your toes slightly turned out and the heels towards each other. So first of all, we are going to correct that. So take the heel out till the outer edges of the feet are in one straight line. That is, your outer heel is in line with the outside of the little toe. Now lift your toes up, lift all the toes up. I am right now keeping my arms relatively relaxed. We are just starting with a focus on the feet and the legs. Lift all the toes up, let the weight swing back towards the heels of the feet. Find that grip, identify that grip that happens around the knees, above the knees, below the knees. Find the grip, identify the grip that happens on your frontal thighs and hold it there. So we are holding this for about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wait. Before releasing the toes down, just remember that when we take the toes down to the floor, we should not be swinging forward. So the weight has to continue being on the heels and then carefully release the toes towards the floor. Notice if you are able to still maintain the weight of the body on the heels and not swing forward. We are going to do this once again. Lift all the toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carefully release the toes down without swinging the weight of the body forward. And be there, this time we are holding this for 5 seconds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will do the same thing now, but if you have a block, with the block between the thighs. I have placed it, holding it with the inner thighs, and I have placed it somewhere around the middle of the inner thighs. It is not all the way up and neither is it on the knees, it is somewhere against the flesh of the inner thighs. Once again, take the heels out so that the outer edges of the feet become parallel with each other. Look down, see your knees. I am not asking you to turn the knees in fact that is not a desirable action at all. So if required, bend the legs slightly, turn the knees towards the front, but keep the outer edges of the feet parallel with each other. And we are going to add the toe lift to this. If this is making you even a little bit unstable, please don't do this like a balancing challenge. We are using it to activate the correct muscles of the legs. If this is making you even a little bit unstable, just have the chair in front of you and hold on lightly to the backrest of the chair. I am holding it right now. Let's start. So inner thighs, the right thigh and the left thigh touching the block evenly, lift your toes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the toes down, but there should be no other change in the position of the body. So as soon as you place your toes down, you have to use your legs a little more actively to ensure that you are not swinging forward. If you are using a chair, turn around please. so that the chair is now behind. Check once again, outer edges of the feet parallel with each other. So, most of us have to take the heels out a little bit, but we are not turning the knees in. So, knees facing the front. Stand fairly close to the chair. I am not also asking you to lean back into the chair. So, the chair is fairly close. We are just using it to give ourselves a little more stability. Let us lift the toes up now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No change in body position, only release the toes down to the floor. Find the additional work that has to be done all over the leg in order to maintain this position. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeating once again. Lift the toes up, all the 5 toes, even the little toes. If that itself is a challenge, mark it. We are not really dealing extensively with the feet in this session, but it is something to be noticed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the toes, but do not swing forward. So, grip your thighs, grip your knees even more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now release. Release the block. We will continue to work with this chair, and this time we are keeping the chair in front, and you will step out with your legs. Just giving you a different angle. So, step out with the legs. Pull the chair fairly close and once again be upright, and even in this position lift your toes up. Even in this position lift the toes up. Have the chair fairly close. Palms are open and pressing down on the backrest of the chair. Legs wide. Maybe for some of us it feels already a little uncomfortable and unfamiliar. Do it to your capacity. Be stable, whatever is the stance you have taken, do not feel unbalanced or unstable. So, widen it to your capacity and then let us hold it. Lift the toes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, release the toes down, but do not swing forward towards the front of the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, toes lift up, hands press down. Notice that in all of these positions that we have just started doing, the moment we shift the weight back, attention goes towards the back of the body. In the previous sessions and in the introduction, I have spoken a little bit about why that is important for various reasons, physiological reasons, physical reasons and neurological reasons. Hold it with the toes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without swinging forward, release the toes down on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maintaining this leg position, heels, outer heels are in line with the little toes. From here we will turn the right leg out without changing anything else. So, you can see from my back body that nothing much has changed, only the leg has turned out. Turn the leg back in, turn the left leg out, turn the leg back in, turn the right leg out once again. Doing this together, so we are going to bend the right thigh and be upright, do not lean forward on your chair. Holding this also for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, both feet facing the front. Change the side, turn the left leg out. So, the back foot right now, which is the right foot, that is, you can slightly turn it in. Be upright. Notice that only the left leg has turned out. My body has not turned to the left, I am still facing the front. Press evenly both the hands on the backrest of the chair and bend, descend the left thigh. The right leg, that stays absolutely straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. We are repeating this. I am showing you from the side, so you can see that the front of the body stays upright. It continues to be in the same plane. Step out. Yes. Turn the right leg out. Nothing else has moved towards the right, only the right leg has turned out, and descend. Descend to your capacity. You should feel some extra work happening on your right leg as well as on the left leg. Both the thighs should be working a little more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Turn both the feet to the front, and let's do this one last time. You really don't have to go around in circles like this. I am just trying to give you various views so things are clear. Step out, turn the left leg out, be upright and descend from the left thigh. You can readjust the back foot a little bit if required, but do not bend the leg. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Join the feet. This next one is in two parts. The first one we are not using the chair, but for the second part we will use the chair. First part, right leg forward, left leg back. Take a stance that is a little longer than your normal walking stance, and see if you feel balance there without any instability. Feel equal weight on the front leg and the back leg foot. So you can slightly shift forward, slightly shift back. Notice that weight shift. Now go a little bit wider. Front leg a little wider, back leg a little wider. And see if you are still feeling stable. Yes. Now you take whatever is your widest stance where you are still feeling stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. And let's do the other side. So we start with the feet together and take a stance that's a little wider than your normal walking stance. Adjust to that longer stance, equal weight on the front foot and the back foot. Then go a little wider, and then go to your widest while still being completely stable. So don't go to such a wide stance that you're finding it difficult to balance. Be there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet together. Yes, now we will use the chair and keep it in front of you. We can pull it in or we can go closer as required. Right leg forward, left leg back, and go wide. Go to your previous stance where your legs are as wide apart as it is possible to be without feeling unstable. And from here pull the chair a little closer and descend that front leg. Your back heel can lift up, that's fine. Back leg can also slightly bend, that is also fine, but descend your frontal thigh. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up. If you have knee instability, knee weakness, this will bring extra pressure on the knees, and our knees should be able to withstand that pressure. But if it feels like too much, don't go down so low, but bend your thigh at least to the extent where you start feeling the thigh muscles working. Also, do not arch the back, this is an upright position. Back arches are a completely different category of movements for which we need to prepare. Change the leg, left leg forward, right leg back. And then descend. Notice that the body is staying upright. I am not leaning towards the chair, neither am I arching the back. So, it is just staying upright. Back foot adjust to the extent you need to adjust to bring freedom to the front leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. Let us change the leg one last time. Right leg forward, left leg back. And this time around, if you are feeling confident enough, maybe you do not even need to hold the chair. Descend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up, change the leg. Descend, bend from the left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and come up. Join the legs. Yes. And I hope already you are feeling some warmth in the leg, some extra muscles that usually we do not feel when we walk, but that are really important to have a robust walking stance. Let us do a couple of things to prepare our arms and shoulders. I am using this yoga strap and it is looped already. It is at least shoulder width wide. If you have any kind of shoulder stiffness or shoulder pain or any kind of other cervical conditions, please take it wider. It can go double the width of your shoulders, that is also okay. Do not make it narrow. Yes. So, get ready with that loop and let us start. We will take the arms to the front first with the belt on the wrist. Try to push out into the belt with the arm straight, elbow straight and pressing out into the belt as if trying to break the belt. Take the arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. We are going to repeat that once again. Legs steady, all the work we have done on the standing legs so far. I hope that is going to inform you a little better about how to stand and subsequently how to walk. Let us start. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and release. Same loop we are taking from the back. Let us start with the elbows slightly bent and again the loop is at the wrist. We are trying to break out into the belt as if trying to break the belt. Stand with your feet slightly apart. Notice once again that the body is upright. I am not arching my back. So, be upright, move the hands away from the back body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. The last round or the last couple of rounds, we can either just repeat this, or if you have the option, if you can find something like a grill at your home, like a balcony or window grill, then this is a better option. So, we will hold and again the hands go at least shoulder width apart. If there is any kind of shoulder impingement, shoulder discomfort, hands go out even wider than the shoulders. walk back with the feet slightly so that you lean forward with the weight of the body, and it's just a slight back arch. And we are holding once again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Take a breath, take a break, especially if you are doing this on the grill. Last round. Either hold the grill or you can hold your belt. Shoulders rolled back, feet widen as wide as your hips. Take a small step back with the feet, lift the heels up if you are doing this on the grill. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. I am just adding a little step here which I didn't show in the detailed program. It's very simple and we can do this together as well. If you have, I hope you have access to a wall. So we just go close to the wall. We take our arms up on the wall, rest our palms on the wall. It's pretty much this, except that there's a wall in front. Palms are a little wider than the shoulders. Go close if possible, touch your toes, big toes to the wall, and then crawl your hands higher up and just rest the forehead on the wall. You can close your eyes and we will do this for 5 seconds as well. Let's start. Arms up, rest the palms on the wall, rest the forehead on the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release the arms and release. Arm upward extensions in general are difficult to do for people who have cervical or shoulder conditions. So if it is making you feel worse, please don't take your arms up. These positions are safer to do, so you can take your arms back and keep them down. And that should be enough to prepare you for your walk.